Riding the waves, a journey of overcoming fear. I never imagined myself standing at the edge of the ocean with a surfboard under my arm, preparing to face one of my greatest fears. Growing up far from the sea, the ocean always felt distant, a beautiful but intimidating force. My life was comfortable and routine, far removed from the unpredictability of the waves. But everything changed when I reconnected with Mark, an old friend who had moved to California and taken up surfing. His stories of riding the waves and finding peace in the ocean planted a seed of curiosity in me. One day, Mark invited me to visit him and try surfing for myself. It seemed impossible at first, me standing on a surfboard, facing the ocean's powerful waves. But something inside me said yes. A few weeks later, I found myself in California, standing on the sandy beach with the ocean stretching out endlessly before me. The sight of the waves filled me with both excitement and fear. Mark was patient, teaching me the basics on the sand before we entered the water. But once we waded in, the cold shock of the water hit me, and I felt the power of the ocean immediately. My first attempts were shaky at best. I fell off the board time and time again, each wave knocking me back down. I wanted to give up, but Mark encouraged me, reminding me that surfing wasn't about fighting the waves, but learning to flow with them. After a few days of practice, I finally stood up on the board and rode my first wave. The feeling was indescribable, a rush of freedom, relief, and joy all at once. It wasn't just about surfing. It was about overcoming a fear that had held me back for so long. The ocean, once a source of anxiety, had become a place of peace and reflection. Through surfing, I learned that life is a lot like riding waves. You can't control everything. You have to learn to let go, to find balance, and to trust yourself. The fear that once seemed overwhelming slowly faded, replaced by a sense of confidence and calm. My time in California was more than just a physical challenge. It was a journey of self-discovery. When I returned home, I took with me the lessons I'd learned in the water. I had faced my fears, embraced the unknown, and found a new sense of balance in my life. The ocean taught me that fear isn't something to avoid, but something to embrace. And in those moments of surrender, you find your greatest strength. Hope you like this story. If you want to see